What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys another video. Today we're taking a look at a tank that absolutely no one ever plays, I think. At least I never see him. It's the WZ-131G FT, the tier 6 Chinese TD that, like I said, I think no one ever plays ever. We got a full tier 6 matchmaking, so it's pretty nice. Of course, there's the obligatory 6 artillery, because it's tier 6, and there's always 6 artillery. If anything, it's surprising that they're not, like, all Hummels and M44s. But hey, we got an SU-8 and a Bird. Wow, dude. Alright, so anyway, we're on highway. And, the first, like, minute or two, I'm literally gonna make mistake after mistake, basically. Because I almost never take this route. I almost never go to 1-2 line. But this thing in the city would be pretty much death for me, because while it might look like we have some armor, we absolutely don't. It kind of looks like, probably, for most of you guys, it probably looks like an SU-122-44, but no. This thing has absolutely no armor. Heat will go through it from the derp guns, but the HE won't, so at least you got that benefit a little bit. And sometimes, you know, you'll get that occasional bounce just because of the angle of the front, but which I can show you guys. You can kind of see the slope. Probably would be a better choice if I showed it not in a bush, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we're here on highway, and the first game, like, we're playing a TD at tier 6, brother. Alright, things you have to do to get a good game in the tier 6 TD is basically a lot of patience, okay? And here we go with the first awkward shots. I'm like, how do I not get a silhouette? But that's because the bridge starts here, and then it becomes really awkward. And there's also, like, an advertising sign thing there as well, so I was like, why am I not getting like any shots here? But it's because of the bridge, basically. So yeah, got those shots off. Probably didn't hit, right? T-52 is still alive against my T-54-85 and 85M. The enemies will always have, you know, TDs like A6, B6, sometimes even A4, you know, halfway. And you know, it's a little bit dangerous to go forward here because there's always people like this 85. Right, and here, again, I'm trying to aim, but it's just so incredibly awkward with the bridge. I should have just moved to the right sooner. And as soon as I do that, I'm like, oh shit, the ARL is there. Start aiming there. And try and hit him. And I'm not sure if that went in or not, but yeah, it was really awkward. So I should have either just gone right sooner and shot the T-54-85M, or I should have just been patient and waited for more things to get spotted on the A line, but hey. Probably should have just gone right, because that was already spotted. So now the ARL gets spotted again. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta turn around. Or just look for the 85. And then I shoot down the advertising sign thing, just so you cannot hide from there. And then he can actually get spotted a little bit further away. And this is where we finally start to play the game and actually hit a shot. So, pretty, the gun in this, by the way, is pretty nice. 250, 100 mil, 250 damage, 181 base spin, 241 APCR pen, 50 HE with 330 damage. I only carry 1, and I could probably get away with carrying like 2 or 3, because you're gonna meet a lot of these like Nashorns, Hellcats, and other stuff that doesn't have any armor against 50 pen. So it's actually pretty decent, and our reload is really good. So yeah, I actually quite like this tank, and you, like I said, you almost never ever see it, right? It's pretty maneuverable. The fuel range, you have to get a good crew to get full fuel range, and you have to use food. Like most lower tier TDs, they're not allowed to have fuel range anymore, so that's what you're left with. And here again, I just get too late. So like, what has it been now? Like 3-4 minutes? Basically, just poor timing upon poor timing. And then I got frustrated to shoot anyway, while I could have probably aimed and killed him right now. But yeah, so that's all a crazy good start, right? And as we take a look at the teams here, we both lost about half, and then there's still the artillery as well. We only done 1 shot of damage, so by now you're probably thinking like, where the fuck did you upload this one, Circon? Well, let me tell you, bro, alright? It's gonna get better. So we just take up a more defensive position here. KV2 gets spotted by, I think, the Flap Answer probably. And the Flap Answer is in a pretty decent spot. There's one bush there. I could not have joined him there, but we're gonna give him the spotting damage. And the KV2 almost blind shoots us here, by the way, on the move. But yeah, that could have been real bad. So the Flap Panzer, the Panzer 4 probably fired and got spotted himself. Probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, We put another shot into the T-52, which is nice. We're now at 1,000 damage. We're finally getting some respectable damages out there. But as you can see, the DPM with the 100 mil is actually pretty damn nice. And you can still outtrade most of the things you meet at tier 6 with the alpha that we have. Here we go for a cheeky shot to see the T-52. And pop. Get him as well. Shoot through the wooden logs there. Now the Nashorn is spotted there, so I'm like, I can make use of that 1 HE shell that I have. So I'm gonna go in and try and help my Hellcats out, as one of them gets destroyed by an M44. The other one is on 264 health. So I'm going in thinking, okay, I can help him out if the Nashorn comes. But then, this is very unfortunate. The SRV, the outloader, comes in. I hit him with the HE, but it's a hard one to actually pen with 50. You can absolutely do it, but not at like a weird angle. You have to get flat sides, basically. So unfortunately, because we loaded HE, that STRV actually died. Because if we loaded regular ammo, we probably would have one-shotted him unless our roll was ridiculously low. Or just low in general. So now the Nashorn is left, and I'm just gonna hunt him down. We're still at full health. The Nashorn probably got shot, hopefully. And then we get spotted next to the right, and he's still on full health. Try and aim right away, get the shot off. This is all about the DPM, and I think the Nashorn might actually beat me in the DPM, but it's a very similar gun, so yeah. Luckily, we get a little bit of a high roll there, 252, and kill him after the artillery hits him, I believe. So now it's 4 against 4. There's the KV2 left, and we're finally at a respectable, basically 2,000 damage. And now the KV2 gets spotted. And as we all know, or should know by now, the KV2 absolutely has no view range. Even with a really good crew and food, I don't even think you can get the full view range on it. It's fairly blind. This thing has pretty good camera rating. So what I'm thinking now is, like, I could go for the RT, but they could literally TD mode me to death quite easily, especially the Hummel and the M44. And the SU-8 is like a gigantic gun for its tier as well. So we're just gonna go on and keep trying to keep this KV2 spotted. Get another shot here. See if we can make it. Yep, there we go. 152 again. And you can see the damage actually racks up pretty quickly, and the reload is really, really nice. Yeah. I don't know why we blind fired that, but okay. Actually kind of, you know, fucks ourselves over because now the Hummel got spotted because he went racing away. I didn't expect anybody to be in the midfields. And here I got really lucky with the... Oh! The Hummel kill. Very, very nice. 2,747... 45 damage, sorry. And now I'm just going to keep trying to keep the, you know, KV2 spotted. See if I can... There's a lot of bushes here, though, so it's a bit unlikely. I'm just going to dash forward and see if there's some... You know, anything in between, and there we go. KV2 gets spotted. And I'm gonna go for the aimed shot. Actually bounced that one. I think I hit the turret like the gunmanlet. And then the blind shot hopefully was still there. And now it's a little bit awkward because the T-34 is not spotting any artillery, so they have to be on this side of the map or in the city, right? So I think I got a pretty clear-cut case in the KV2 here, but if the artillery actually moves out, I might get spotted by them, and then the KV2 might retaliate, you know? And it's extremely hard to spot the KV2 because there's so many bushes and trees there. And I'm just wondering what the Hubble is doing and if he's AFK, in case you're wondering. I'm just checking, like, is he AFK or, like, what? So the SU-8 gets spotted. I try to go for the tracking shot, don't really get it with our reload, and bap, SU-8 is down as well. And now we're down to our last AP shell. The M44 gets spotted, so now we know where he is as well. The T-34, 85, and our team is still in the city. And yeah, so the M44 shoots the Hummel but misses, just stuns him, and then the M44 goes for cover. Our M44 misses, and now it's just a KV2 left with the M44, of course. And yeah. Oh, by the way, if you ever notice that there's a tornado on this map, as you can see in the left here. A lot of people never notice this, but there's a tornado on the outside of the map, basically. You see? Look at it. No, but I swear to God, there's probably people who are watching right now. It's like, what the fuck? There's tornadoes? But yes, there's tornadoes on this map. Anyway, the M44 gets spotted again. I feel like the Hubble is either AFK or just really not doing much of anything. He gets blasted by the M44. Doesn't actually die, funnily enough. Probably didn't pen him somehow, some way. So I'm still trying to fish for the KV2 here. Trying to see if I can get him spotted. Going a bit of a scenic route. Just so I have some cover. If the KV2 does happen to spot me, I hope to, you know, duck behind a building or something like that. Because he has to basically still be there. Like, if he moved away, that would have been extremely sneaky, but there's no way, right? So I'm trying to go for the KV2 here. And then, oh, this is an awkward spot. He's actually aiming at us. We missed the shot. Don't dive back down. And then the M44 hits us for 226 with a 16-second reload, by the way. And but then our T-4485 is there, and he takes care of the M44 that's now in the reload. So yeah, the WZ-131 GFT should have gotten the Top Gun here. That was just poor aiming by me, but also like I was kind of running out of time because he could have snapshotted me at any time. But yeah, the WZ. I think it's actually pretty damn underrated, and more people should probably try it. Now, I will say that the tech tree, though, is probably not worth getting into. I think only the tier 9 is really any good. The tier 8 especially is a bit meh. The tier 7 doesn't look too good either. So I can see why people don't really play it, but that also made me realize that you probably wanted to see some kind of a game for it, because there's probably almost none of them here. And I've been doing really well in this tank. Like, I've been getting a lot of good games, but this is not even my highest damage game. But yeah, let's take a look at the end score real quick. So, as you can see, a lot of medals here. 3,245 damage. So we hit the blind shot on the KV2, or semi-blind, I guess. Very respectable damage for a tier 6, especially without a turret in a full tier 6 matchmaking game. We made 20k. We shot all of our AP, and then I think 1 or 2 APCR. And then we use food as well, so that's 20k. So yeah, pretty good game in a tank that I don't think you'll probably ever have seen an actual replay off on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and all that junk. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.